It can be very easy to lose perspective when you're amidst a lot of work, amidst a lot of things that you're trying to set your mind onto and control. Running a business, it comes with a lot of different elements that you could do, to further grow the business, further work with more clients, help more people, take care of your staff as well. So there's a lot of moving parts that you have to consider, and then there's so many roads that you can also go down as well. And I think it can be quite easy to get distracted on focusing on the wrong things and losing perspective of what's most important. What are we really trying to do here? What's the mission? And how can we not lose track of that, lose focus of that? And then how can we make sure that we're focusing on the most important tasks related to accomplishing that? I've been coaching fitness for over 7 years now. And the reason why I got into coaching fitness instead of music, because I was big into piano. I was good at piano, I still am. But it's not something that I felt like was as life-changing as fitness was for me. It gave me the confidence that I really wanted. It was a large portion of what gave me a lot of my confidence. It's not the only thing, but it was a large stepping stone. It's very hard to feel confident when you're not feeling good about yourself. So the change that it made for me was really what inspired me to make my career focus on that. Focus on the amount of change that it made on me. Not just to have some muscles. It's not just the muscles. It's the character development that it gave me. It was my stepping stone to really being able to speak up, actually go for things that I wanted, because I felt like if I looked a certain way, I would be perceived better. People would actually acknowledge me. I remember, I was like the nerdy guy in school. I was the nerdy guy in school. And my whole experience, a large portion of my experience of primary school, high school, that's what we call it in Australia, primary. I don't know if you guys do that in like the US or whatever. But it was always just observing and looking at everyone else having everything I didn't have. That was a large majority, it was riddled with insecurities. So when I got into working out, it was because I thought it would give me everything that they had. They being everyone in my school, the cool guys, all of this, yeah? And I do remember I was part of the nerdy group because that's where I felt most comfortable. Anime, video games, we call them weeaboos. Year 10, I hit puberty. Things started changing. Physically, I started changing. I was getting more attention. Still didn't know what to do with it. I was like, I could start working out, So my brother curling dumbbells one day, and that was a signal to me that I was slacking. I knew I should have been. And from that day onwards, I picked up that dumbbell, and I curled till I couldn't anymore. And I got obsessed because it was my ticket. It was my ticket to growth. It was the first thing that I saw was like, hey, I can do this, and this can get me somewhere. It can get me the respect that I want. At the time, it could get me the girls that I wanted. It could put me in a position of authority. Because ultimately as a man, you just want to be respected. You want to feel good, and you want to be respected. So I was very crystal clear in my vision of getting in shape. It was a non-negotiable. A lot of pain around not having the life that I wanted. Being able to be around the people that I wanted and have talents and all of that. I love how the music is perfectly primed right now. I didn't actually put this on. So that's why I got into fitness, coaching it. Because of the change that it made. No, I've noticed the music. That's hilarious. But the change that it made for me was extremely profound, and I wanted to spread that. And there was something Warren Buffett said, because I was going through year 11 and 12 in a music school, and I was really tossed between going down the music road and then the fitness road. And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? Like, I knew I wanted to do something and do well in business and just build, build myself. Every day I was stressing about it until I saw a quote from Warren Buffett, which is, you got to choose the path that aligns the most with your values. So, I read that quote. It just clicked. I was like, well, I don't want to sit at a piano all day, every day, by myself. The whole point of me doing all these things is because I wanted attention. Why would I isolate as a career and make some? Don't get me wrong, I'm good at making music when it comes to piano and video game style, movie music. I'm good at it, I could do it. I know I can. But do I want that life? No, I don't. I want to be around people. I want to feel great. I want to feel healthy. So it's like that aligns with my values way more, and it can create so much more impact. Genuinely change someone's life. Sure, music, you can create an emotional reaction. I get it. Just not to the same degree that I believed fitness could. So from that point onwards, I made the decision. From the business, obviously as a man, you want something where you can make some good money, but my heart always wants it to be in alignment with what I'm also passionate about as well. What I truly believe is valuable. So going down that road, all of this, all of that, doing in-person training for 5 years, then going into the online, now helping other men do the same thing. Helping other men who've left it way too late. Not that it's too late, but way too long. 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Still out of shape. Big ass belly, just hanging over the trousers. Most of the time, a wife who controls the relationship. Yeah, a lot of calls where I've spoken to men who got to speak to the missus, the boss. I'm like, what do you mean the boss? You're the boss. You're the man. Aren't you the boss? However, in this day and age, yeah, a lot of men ain't so strong. And that's why I also love strength training. Because it strengthens you, not just physically. Because to get stronger physically, you gotta get stronger mentally. You gotta push mentally. You have to mentally challenge yourself and overcome to then physically grow stronger. So it starts with the mental. There's a lot of weak men mentally. In their relationships, they don't have much say. In their life, they don't have much say. They have a boss at their work. Not that that's wrong to work with someone, but it's different to saying that that's my boss. You're the boss of your life and you're collaborating with a company. It's different. That's how I view this, and I truly believe that. Because that allows you to still be responsible for the outcome of your life. Instead of saying, my boss tells me what to do. No. You take charge of that. Unless it's your girl, and then you're the boss. So, yeah, fitness is that first step. It's that stepping stone, and then it opens up a world of possibilities. You get treated definitely a lot better. First impressions are a lot better. People present opportunities to you just because they like being around you. There's this degree of status and association, and also a representation that you take care of yourself and you have discipline, all the traits of a disciplined character. It's quite a cheat code in a world where a lot of people are overweight. And if you are one of those people who's overweight, well, start. That's exactly why I do what I do, which is helping men do the same thing. Start in a simple way. You don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to get absolutely jacked to still get respect from people and feel good about yourself. Just lose the hanging belly. Every step you take is bouncing. You feel like shit in your clothes when you wear a belt. It's just tight, pushing against your stomach. Like that feels shit. If I feel like bloated because I ate like shit, and if I overate, which it rarely ever happens, but if I do, like I feel like shit for those next couple minutes until I digest. I'm like, how do people live this constantly, if not even worse? Since I'm body fat wise, probably what, 11, 12% quite consistently. I'd say more 12%. Like I have to pay attention if I want to gain weight, you know? And I know a lot of people is, oh, you're blessed in that regard. It's like, you want to play that game or you victim? Like, I know how to gain weight, I know how to lose weight, I know how to maintain weight. I can do it all if I really want to. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. Like, you just got to have strategy. But yeah, man, it's a lot of men, it sucks to see it sometimes, but it is what it is. You know, they chose that route. They got there to where they're in a relationship they don't like themselves, they don't have any confidence, they don't have enough self-esteem to go pursue their own dreams and goals. And every single day they look in the mirror and they see a physical reflection of that. You know, it's hard to recognize, I can imagine, as I've also been told by clients of mine in the beginning. Choose your battles. You know, you want to have that battle, or do you want to maybe go through a little bit of work in the beginning to set the right habits and foundations to then have a better life down the line? You've got to think a little bit more long term than short term. Picking the pizza up, turning the TV on at night. Simple shit. It's the simple shit compounded. People don't take it seriously, but it's extremely serious. I was having a conversation the other day about someone who was going to go, you know, meet up with someone casually, if you know what I'm saying. And they knew it wasn't the right thing for their self-esteem to do that because they felt less. You know, it was a fun thing, but like deep down, they're like, it's not a recurring pattern I want to keep doing. You know, their heart knew it. And I'm like, why are you doing it then? You consciously know, but you're still doing these behaviors. And that's how most people are living their life. Do you want to keep doing that? Do you want to make it harder and harder and harder to get out of that pattern? Because that's all it is. It's subconscious programmed. And if you really want to get out of it, you need to bring conscious attention to it and then rehabilitate the new behavior that aligns with the person you want to be. It's quite simple. So that awareness is key, and then the rehabilitation, until you then are just simply that other person. So when it comes to getting in shape, when it comes to being a better man, actually liking how you are, working on your goals, work-wise, career-wise, family-wise, relationships, everything, how just you as a fucking man. Start with the simple shit. Start working out a couple times a week, nothing too crazy, 3-4 times, even 3 times. Start making better food choices, ease up on the portions, swap out the foods you know are shit. Obviously I'm giving vague advice here, but it's also something. If you want specific advice, just join the team, do the coaching, let us help you. But at the same time, it's those little things that you can't let yourself slip with. You gotta start having a standard. You gotta start having some boundaries. That's how you start building up your self-esteem. Because your thoughts and your actions start aligning. And you feel good about that. But when they're misaligned, you don't feel good about it because you know. It's extremely simple but profound. And people don't understand how profound it is until it's brought to their attention. Yeah. A lot of the time people know this stuff, but then when, you know, I verbalize this to them and I have conversations, they're like, oh my God, that's exactly how I know. But you just put it into words in a way that I couldn't describe. Yeah. And the beautiful thing about that is that now that you know, you have conscious attention as to why that's happening, now you can utilize that as a strategy, as a tool, and that's fucking powerful. That's really powerful. To know how to completely rewrite your subconscious programming and then recreate yourself however you like, In a world where you can at every single moment choose to be whoever you want, because it is only now, and I'm only emitting the vibrational frequency of the person that I am now, therefore I can choose to emit the vibrational frequency that aligns with the person that I want now, therefore I just am that person, because now is the only time that exists. And the only reason that you wouldn't be that person is because you didn't believe you could, and you held on to past identities that weren't real, because the past isn't real. You had attachments to false identities, because identities aren't real. It's the ego mind trying to attach to something that's not real. It's in your brain. But all that is this moment right now. So, realize that. Realize the power in that. Choose who you want to be. You could be fat as fuck. But in your mind, you're jacked as fuck. And people will tell you you're fat as fuck along the way. But in your mind, you're going to keep telling yourself you're jacked as fuck. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to act like the jacked as fuck guy. So whilst people are telling you, you ignore them, you keep saying, I'm jacked as fuck, I'm jacked as fuck. You're thinking it, you're feeling it over and over again. Now you're going to start working out because you're jacked as fuck. That's what jacked as fuck guys do. They also take care of how they eat, and you're going to start doing that. And you will. And all of a sudden, it's just a matter of time until your perception of reality crystallizes around that new identity, that new vibrational frequency that you're emitting. It's just a matter of time for everything outside to crystallize, but it has to start here first. It has to start within. So a lot of people, they think that they got to get the result first before they say, I am that. In reality, you have to be it inside first before it crystallizes. The order's flipped. I knew I was going to get in shape before I was. I knew it. Zero doubt. Zero doubt. So what does that mean for you? It means you can really be whatever you want to be. Wherever you are right now, you don't have to stay there. The only reason that you would ever stay there is because you believed that's who you were and that you couldn't get out of it. But you can, because you put yourself there, which means you can also put yourself out of it. Now you can just choose to put yourself somewhere else that you actually like. Maybe you did it unconsciously before because you weren't aware of how it worked. But you know how it works now. So now use it to your advantage. And the only resistance that you'll face will be coming from yourself and your ability to hold on to the belief and not let it get affected by other people also trying to influence that belief. So you have to stay strong and really believe even if no one else does. There'll be people who do great, 100%. Be around those people more because they'll help you reinforce this. And stay away from the people who don't. It doesn't help. Total recreation. That's what I'm truly passionate about, yeah. Fitness is one way. So I coach it. But I'm also passionate about just truly becoming who you want to be. Who you are. Because if you want it, it means it's over there and it's not here. Since now is the only moment that exists, you have to embody that now, which means I am. Just that I am. It's not I want, I need, no, I have, I am. Have it now. And eventually it will just crystallize into your reality. Pretty fucking cool, hey? Transforming lives one at a time. But it's not me transforming you, it's you. Or it's both of us. Are we even separate? Are we all just entities of the universe, all one? Are we all cut from the same fabric? Is that why karma exists? Because when you do good out there, which is technically you, it affects you. I won't go down that rabbit hole. Unless I know how to truly back that up with a bit more explanation. I'm still exploring a lot of other concepts myself. However, yeah. To get to the next level in your life, you need to change how you think, how you view the world. You change your perception, your paradigm. When you change the paradigm, everything that is happening out here will form around that new belief system, that new way of thinking. You're gonna get in shape, you're gonna start thinking completely differently about food, and so on. So I'll leave you with that. Something to think about. Hope it helps, and I shall speak to you in the next one.